Welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. This is my June 2022 Q&A part 2. Part 1 was a get ready with me. I will link that one above. And I post them both on the same day so that they are done and then you can decide how you want to watch them. Okay, so we're on to our Instagram questions now. Thanks to everyone that's asked questions. It really does make me smile when I see that there is so much genuine interest in what I've got to say. So thanks for that. Okay, Amy Brando. Hi, Amy. Do you go on and off buying luxe or just love it all the time? That's a great time to ask this question. I love it all the time. I have never purposefully gone on a luxury ban before now. So if you haven't seen my Ban Island video, I will link it in the description box and above here. And that's self-imposed because there's other things that I want to be doing. The world is opening up. There's a little bit of FOMO happening for the people who have had the courage to go and do their Northern Hemisphere summer holidays in the middle of our winter. I am an avid traveller. I really enjoy travelling. I want to start creating a bit more balance in my life. So, yeah, for the first time, I'm on a luxury ban. So, a couple of months. Wish me luck. Mrs. 88 Daisy, your next purchase. Well, that depends on on how this ban goes. But I don't know. There is maybe some jewellery. Actually, yes. Maybe for my birthday this year, yes. I hopefully am picking up my made to order. But perhaps a nice rose gold bangle. I did do a video on the best bangles to buy quite a while back. I'll link that one in the description too. I have actually been in discussions with Cartier about modifying one of their existing designs because that's what I tend to do. So yes, I think that might be my next purchase. Mr. Big Mookie, hi Alicia. Best designer belt. Well, I don't know if I've got an answer for you on that one. It depends how you wear belts, I suppose. For me, I find belts particularly hard to work with because I don't feel like I have a defined waist and I'm not small, and generally speaking, I don't want to draw attention to a belt. I'm trying to kind of disguise that part of my body. But in my opinion, I had the Gucci Gigi Marmont belt. I loved it in the kind of the thicker style with the gold hardware. I really enjoyed it, but I did sell it. I sold it because I was wearing the same thing over and over again so I could wear that belt. And I think just every outfit looked the same. So it was kind of, for me, it wasn't about the fact people were saying it was going out of fashion. It was more the fact that I felt like all my outfits looked exactly the same and they were all based around a belt, which is supposed to be an accessory. So I'll show you what I've got. So I would say a thin belt and a thicker belt. I picked up this Hermes CDC belt. I think that's what it's called. Pre-loved. One side has kind of smooth black leather. I know there's a special name for it. I don't know what it is. The other side is like a taupe colour with a pebbled leather. It's got the palladium hardware. I love this belt. I wear it with dresses primarily to accentuate my waist. So it has both tones and it's thin. So I think that that's a good option. And I know Connor loves his Hermes belts as well. And then I've got this thick statement belt that I use kind of for the same thing. It's from Bottega. It's called the Maxi Intrecciato, and again I use this as a waist belt. I'm not someone that really wears belts with jeans and things just because of my shape. I just don't find it is a good look for me. So yeah, sorry I can't help you more. Another question from Alicia. Top 5 luxury beauty, skin, perfume must-haves right now. Okay, so I've quickly picked out 5 things. We will start from skincare and we'll work up. Something that I've been using, probably this is my 5th refill, is the Verso Hydration Serum. I love this. It's with niacinamide. I think it's a Swiss brand. Switzerland? Is it from Switzerland? I believe so. Possibly. Anyway, this stuff feels like so great. It feels so great on your skin. It's great for hydrating your skin. My skin's pretty dry. You wouldn't think it though. Highly recommend. Also this Tom Ford Hyaluronic Energizing Mist. You can put this on your face clean. I like to put it on my face after I've put translucent powder on, so it brings back that more dewy complexion, because otherwise it gets a bit powdery and that can age you when you are getting older. Kind of sit in your little creases and things like that. I will never say a bad word about the Hourglass Illusion Hyaluronic Skin Tint. I take the tint beige. This stuff is like an essential. I always have spares in the cupboard because I got caught short during COVID. That will never happen to me again. It gives your skin a skin-like look about it. You can still see freckles and things, but it just gives you such a nice, healthy, filtered look, and it's light, and I want my skin to look like skin, not to look like it's been painted on. So highly recommend that one. Also with makeup, this is my favorite palette. I have been using this on high rotation, like as in it's rare that I go with my browns anymore because I'm always using this one. It's the Naked 3 by Urban Decay, and if I can do it without blinding you, let's see, what have I got here to stop me from blinding you? Okay, we'll do that. So it is all kind of rosy tone and browns, and they really work with my green eyes. So yeah, beautiful palette. The brushes in these palettes are awesome. So you get this nice fluffy end, and you also get a more sculpted end as well. So yeah, if there was one palette, I'd highly recommend this one. And then finally, in terms of fragrance, I've really been enjoying over winter my Stellar Times fragrance from Louis Vuitton. See if I can put it here so you can see the true colour of it. It's a really unisex kind of oudy, rosy, I don't know, it's just a sexy, mature scent, and I quite love it for the winter time. So I think it's a bit much in summer for me because we do get hot, and so it does emanate quite a ways. But yeah, they're my top 5. Thanks for asking. Did I get invited to any VIP sales? Another question from Alicia. No, I did not. Last year I got invited to Dior, but I didn't know that I was invited. I was just asked to come in. And I was like, yeah, righto. And I picked up a scarf, but yeah, no, I wasn't. Full stop. Eileen, any made to order update? So she's put the alligator or the crocodile emoji. No updates yet. So when I hear, you guys will hear, I promise. Holly Grace Fashion Mode. Hi, Holly. Do you own anything from Hermes, and do you ever go to the boutique? Yeah, I do. I own shoes. I own this belt that I talked about before, but I bought it pre-loved. So I have the Iran sandals. These ones. I have also the Legend wedges. These ones. I don't wear these very much. I need to kind of stretch them a little bit, but yeah, I think that's all. I will be going to look for sandals again. I want to try the Santorini sandals, but yeah, that's all I own from Hermes. Eileen also asks, funniest thing you have seen or experienced when luxury shopping? Well, there's a couple of things, I suppose, but I think one of the best things was when Connor and I went to the Louis Vuitton Christmas event. So we're at Louis Vuitton, and Connor's having a sideways jibe at me about my Louis Vuitton spend, and saying, you know, I've spent so much money this month. And my client advisor says to him, just after he says that, well, who's looking after you? Who looks after you? And Connor, and I'm daydreaming because I'm like waiting to pay. And she says, who looks after you, Connor? And he goes, tell them what you said.
What did I say? I look after myself.
And she goes, yeah, but who looks after you? And then he looks at me and I'm like, oh, not me. Anyway, Connor thought that she thought that he had someone else paying for his luxury addiction. But that's not what she thought. She's like, she didn't use the terminology, do you have an SA or a CA?
And it was coming from the context of I had just said I've spent X amount of money on luxury goods this year. And then she goes, who looks after you? I was like, bitch, I look after myself.
He was so insulted. You have to wait for a green light, mate.
Oh.
Okay, Carolina, what's a bag you've had your eye on for a while but can't bite the bullet on it? It's got to be Louis Vuitton's Petite Mal. I constantly look at that bag, but there's always something else, and I am looking for a seasonal piece in that bag. So, yeah, it's not my top priority, but it's been on my wish list ever since I've been doing wish lists on YouTube. So Mel Downs asks, will you be embracing dopamine dressing in summer 2022? I think I already do, Mel. So dopamine dressing, short version is dressing to boost your mood, because dopamine is the feel-good chemical in your body, hormone, and so something that makes you feel alive and happy and good about yourself and where you're at and who you're with. I think I do that anyway. My husband has quite often said to me, I can tell what mood you're in by what clothes you're wearing. And I do find that when I am dressing for a work event, that subconsciously I kind of go, how do I want to show up today? What kind of subliminal messaging do I want to make in terms of my appearance? How do I align with my brand today? What kind of energy do I need to bring to the table? You know, those sorts of things. So I feel like I already do that, Mel. And I think the more people that do that, the happier that they will be. Mel also asks, I'm loving your content and you've inspired me to look at seasonal bags. Oh, that's not a question. Oh, that's great, Mel. I'm so glad to hear that. That's part of the dopamine dressing thing, right? Like if you buy something that makes you smile and you wear it, it's going to make you smile. Delphine Red, if two of your favourite luxury houses had a collab, which dream bag could they release? Well, I think given that Kim Jones currently designs at both Dior and Fendi, that I'd love to see those two houses come together because I love the textures and the materials that both Dior and Fendi use in their bags. What dream bag could they release? I think they'd do a stellar baguette and saddle bag. You know, two of their iconic shoulder bags. I feel like the combination of both houses having a go at those would be unbelievable. Could you imagine a baguette in the Trois de Gis? I think I've pronounced that wrong. Like in some kind of, wouldn't that be amazing? And a saddle bag with the Fendi Zucca logos on it. You got it from here, guys, okay? Like, I came up with this. Purse Esquire, have you ever been tempted by the medium peekaboo? All the time. And the main reason is because I want a peekaboo that sags and does the peekaboo. Like I want one of those. So I feel like a medium peekaboo will be a bag that I will purchase in the right kind of combination. You know, it's not big enough for a laptop. It really is a daily carry. So, you know, it needs to be something that kind of speaks to me in a bunch of ways, But I absolutely want a medium peekaboo because I want that, you know, the peekaboo. I want it. Marie from I'm Bag Happy. Thoughts on Marc Jacobs and Fendi news? I hope it's true. So there were rumours in early June that were put on a few different fashion blogs about the fact that Marc Jacobs and Kim Jones have been chatting about a Marc Jacobs and Fendi collab. I'm a big fan of collabs. I think that when people, especially talented people, put their ideas together and they work together and they innovate and they create new ideas, I think only good can come from that. So whilst I have no idea what they'd make or if they'd be reinventing existing designs or new designs, I am always excited about collaborations, especially with Mark's history and Kim's history. Like, what could go wrong? Lizzie C asks, is there any Celine bag that's caught your eye? Truthfully, no. Celine, to me, is a little like Hermes. They're a little bit understated, a little bit... They don't excite me at all. They don't inspire me. They're beautifully chic and sophisticated, but that's just not me. And, you know, I've got to be true to me. So, yeah. Okay, Leslie Adina says, if you were forced to get an Hermes bag, which one? You can't turn around and sell it to buy more Fendi. Oh, Leslie. Leslie has a YouTube channel as well. I will link her channel in the description box below. If I was forced to buy an Hermes bag, it would be a Birkin. I don't like the Kelly. It would be a Birkin in a pop of colour. I don't know what colour. Just, you know, a colour, a modern colour, I suppose, that kind of detracts from how traditional looking the bag is. So something that's kind of high contrast, that's unexpected for a bag of that kind of status. So like a neon or something like that. Yeah, something controversial. If I was forced to. Agent Bag Reviews. Tell us about your happiest memory from childhood. Well, that's a very deep question. My happiest memory from childhood would be going to the beach, freezing cold water. We'd just go in and till we got numb and then enjoy ourselves for hours until we had to go home, and then it would be warmer in the water than outside the water. And Christmas was always fabulous as a kid. My mother went to great extent for Christmas to be magical, and we had all of these little traditions. And we believed in Santa for quite a long time because I think none of us wanted to let go of any of that. So, yeah, I think I was 12 by the time, I finally had to give it up. Lelina asks, hi Dale, how have you been feeling? Much better, thank you. I am starting this week, so tomorrow is the 4th of July, I think. I'm starting back to my normal kind of routine, exercising. I've got a lot more energy, so, cooking more and, yeah, definitely getting back to normal. Dennis, what is the colour of a bag that you want but never expected? Well, I think the green of my Gucci bamboo wicker, my Gucci small bamboo handle, I think that was quite a big shock to me, that I was really drawn to green, and I still am. I also love the acid kiwi that Bottega are doing at the moment. I think that's a beautiful colour. Not something I ever thought I would have spent luxury money on, but considering it. Food and shoes. If you could only buy from one brand for the rest of your life, who would it be? No Fendi, lol. Oh, so funny. Louis Vuitton, because I think Louis Vuitton, for me, are innovative, creative, they have fun, they are serious, they're constantly evolving what their brand is, and I like their ready-to-wear as well as I like their bags and accessories and the whole vibe. I just wish they'd fit me. Caddy, Maltesers or Jaffas? Definitely Maltesers. Jaffas are too sweet for me. I'm not a big fan of candy. I prefer chocolate and like nutty kind of treats rather than sweets per se. Raquel, are you loving this denim tassel thing that you've pictured with the and emojis? To be honest, I think it's a bit much. No, I'm not loving it. I would prefer if there was just fraying across the flap, not all around it and all over the strap. But that's Fendi, like it's extra. So yeah, for me, it's a pass. Yeah, I'm with you for sure. Leslie Adina, the hardest part about being a YouTuber, the time. Just the time. Everything else I enjoy. I'm never really stuck for ideas. I don't begrudge any of the process. I've learned so much from filming and having the confidence to talk into a camera, to editing, to promoting my videos, talking to you all. You teach me so much. I love all of it. It is rather time consuming. That's probably the hardest part. Geraldine asks, has the purchase of your Fendi blazer started a new passion for luxury ready-to-wear? Oh, no, I'm not going to go crazy. My weight fluctuates too much for me to really invest in ready-to-wear, I think, Geraldine. But definitely a couple of core pieces that I can really... I don't see the point in buying a pair of shorts that look like any other pair of shorts, but on the tag it says Dior, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So no, I don't think so. But I will definitely be more optimistic when I look at ready to wear than I ever have been before. McNeil 0601, what initially caught your attention in Fendi that made you love the brand so much? Just how bold and different it is. It's making its own mark on fashion. It's not copying from anyone else. It has stuck with its origins, controversially so, and I respect that. Sheila has asked, will I be getting the Fendi denim that you're using in the picture? And do you take your favourite bags when on holiday, or you have a set of not so luxury for vacation? No, I will not be getting that Fendi baguette, as I said before. And yes, I do take my bags on holiday. In Australia, I will take any bag. Like, I will not go, ooh, I can't take that bag. Australia is a super safe, predictable kind of place. Obviously, if I'm going outback Australia, I'm going to take bags that are suitable, but there would be nothing stopping me from taking my most precious bags on holidays here at home. Abroad, I'm obviously going to take bags that pack well. There's no point taking super delicate bags if I can't make sure that they're packed well. And I also like to take bags that I can fit into a safe in my accommodation, or I can secure them. So taking really big bags, if they were, big leather bags, those sorts of, probably not. But like a Neverfull and totes, yeah, absolutely, for sure. I would take any of my bags on overseas holidays. I have done before. I've never had any trouble. And I think it's not necessarily what you wear, but it's how you conduct yourself when you're in certain places that will draw attention to you. Rima Manja has asked if any of the luxury brands like Louis, Dior, Chanel have bags that are said to branch out their factory and be made in China, and it is original, will you still buy it, or will you be turned off and look for other brands that are made in Italy or France? That's a great question. So as manufacturing costs continue to increase in Europe, potentially brands may have bags made in China, and they will be legitimate. They will not be fakes or dupes or whatever you want to refer to them as. Yeah, I've just got a fluff or something on my face. Will it turn me off? Possibly. I mean, that's why I'm not buying Chanel at the moment, because I feel like, but they're in France and Italy, and still the volume that they're putting out has resulted in some really poorly made pieces. So maybe quality could improve with better quality assurance. Just because it's made in China doesn't mean it's bad quality. It's just not in the country of origin. And I think, to me, the story of luxury is a lot about the story. Where has it come from? You know, who designed it? Where is its country of origin? Where was it inspired? Where did the materials, where were they sourced from? Who were the people that made the bag? I mean, we get sucked in by all of that. That's what we pay for. So if it's just being farmed out, you know, any other fast moving consumer good, yeah, it would take the shine off for sure. But I don't know if that's just confined to goods made in China, to be honest. I think there's a lot of goods being made in Italy and France that have got the perceived quality of something that's been made really quickly and without a care in the world. So, yeah, good question. And my last question from Sapna: any tips for surviving Ban Island? The same way I quit smoking, Sapna. Cold turkey, my friend. Just keep telling yourself why you have decided to quit. And that should be enough. That's what I'm going to do. You know, it's early days so far. We're only like 3 days in. And I will say that my new Fendi SA from the UK has been sending me pictures of the fall winter collection that's launching in July. I will share them with you guys. But having sent through those pictures, it is super, 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 super tempting to take a closer look. It really is. But, you know, I've got to be conscious of where I live, what I have, and by no means am I going without. So, yeah, that's where I'm at so far. But, you know, more to come on that journey, Sapna. So thank you for asking. Well, that is part 2 of my Q&A. Thanks for hanging in there and listening. Thanks for all your questions. Anything that you think a bit differently about that I've answered here, please let me know in the comments down below. Once again, I'll put out the Q&A request on my Instagram stories at the end of this month for July. So if you missed being able to contribute a question for this round, just follow me over on Instagram at DaylesAddiction, and you can ask me a question there on my stories. I'll usually put out 24-hour notice. I also put them on my community page here on YouTube, which you only see if you're subscribed. So if you aren't, please consider doing so, and then you'll also see the note pop up for you to contribute questions as well. So I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays and some extra ones from time to time. If you've liked this one, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.